Hello, everyone. Mr. No Souls here, and I am going to answer a really simple question for people. What is Dwarf Fortress? This is the oldest survival management game that I'm aware of, maybe contended with with Sid Meier Civilization. Radically different. Granted, back when this game first came out, it was all done with ASCII graphics, which are all the keyboard symbols. So it looked remarkably different from this. And rather recently, a major update came out that changed a lot of the fundamentals of the game, mostly centered around sieging and being able to handle the new enemy types that the goblins have, as well as I think they also added in some like new type of terrors and other things like that. Across the board though, I think Dwarf Fortress is a phenomenal game that can be extremely frustrating to learn, but it is also one of the most rewarding games because you have such a high level of control in creating worlds and managing your entire civilizations, both also being able to explore them with things like adventure mode, which is included in the base game. So, gonna need a second here. And I just want to make sure the volume. Okay, there we go. So this is what the new loading screen looks like. Histories of greed and diligence. I think I'm gonna create a new world. So they got a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to go with a small map size just because it'll speed everything up. I'm going to leave it to 100 years. I'm going to drop the number of civilizations a little bit. Leave that. I'm just going to put it to frequent. Whoa, what is this? I don't recognize that. Oh, okay, so they added in a higher level of control, and you can see here, like, you have control of how bad the volcanoes are. You can control the average amount of rainfall, elevation, custom worlds, seeded worlds, all sorts of stuff you can do. It really is like the best world civilization generator game you can play, and it's just absolutely wild. So I'm going to leave it there and just let it start generating here. And this is way faster than when I first started playing. It used to take like 40-50 minutes for it to generate a world, and now it's like, yeah. This is the history of the world. The longer you run it, the longer this will go, but so you can see here, there's like a hot woodland. Who owns this area? Sycamush Human Castle. And that's probably also humans. Monastery. I don't... Huh. I don't actually see anything. That's a human hamlet. These are probably elves. Yeah, these are elves. These are going to be dwarves. All this stuff here is dwarves. So these are good, safe areas to be in. And these are what? Goblin? Yeah, dark goblins. So like you have dark goblins all the way up here. So if I were to build up here, this would be a difficult spot to survive in. I could go down here, but I don't know if I really want to be there. I don't really want to be in the light aquifer. You want to avoid heavy aquifers, so I think I'm going to do the play now. Okay, so with that, now I'm going to, I could explore and investigate history of the world. I could go and take a single individual and try to like do quests and explore a place, or I can go and start a fortress, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going... Actually, you know what? I think because I am trying to show what it's like to just start the game, I will actually start the tutorial for this. And... Whoa, what? Oh, okay, maybe it auto sets everything if you click tutorial? Oh well. So you have your dwarven outpost. It starts out. You have a group of dwarves. They always say you have no supplies left, but you always get to pick your supplies. This one they just automatically gave you some. Bolt, plow, hook. Okay, so I don't like using the WASD control, so I like using the middle mouse. And then also because this game is all about layers, you can see here, I'm looking at all the different depths. And then let's come back. So now I'm up in the sky. You can see it goes up quite a difference, or quite a depth and height. And the reason why that's important is because all of this is where events can be. You can have flying creatures come in and dive bombing your dwarves out of nowhere, or you could have like a fell wind that turns things into zombies, but it's only blowing at like really high levels. So if you have a really tall castle, your entire top part of the defense might turn into an inhospitable like suicide place to be, and anyone that goes to try to like rain crossbow bolts or shoot arrows down on people will be murdered by that wind and turn into zombies and attack all your people. I like that. Okay. It's time to get to work. Let's start by digging a stairwell inside the ground. There may be plenty of hillside to dig into if you want to seek wealth below surface. It might take What? Why did that... There we go. Oh, I see. I'm actually on the wrong setting. There we go. That's the problem. So first things first, I want to make a deep tunnel for safety, and then at the end, I'm going to create a little safe storage area. And then I'm going to put this and drop it down one layer. And then while I'm down, while I'm here, I'm gonna go it's inverse from what I remember it being, but that's fine. I want someone to... How do I... Oh, geez, it's been a long time since I've... Yes, I know. Also, the music in this game is just absolutely phenomenal, so I highly recommend it. Like, RimWorld's music is solid as well, don't get me wrong, but this is pretty memorable. Gotta wait for him to go downstairs. There should be... It's like... Oh, I can't... Oh, it's not letting me control other things, okay. I need it to get a little more opened up so I can throw everything on one side. There's water over there, which means that that is going to be a wonderful way to get a well or something that I can use. Sucks that it's a little bit high up. I would have liked it to be like one layer deeper, but it's fine for the moment. I can take advantage of it. Okay, now I need to come back down here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to drop down another layer. And then this one is going to be a little bit larger. 12 by... Come on, stupid thing. I want a 12 by 4. This 12 by 4. With that, this is eventually going to become the main crafting. Why don't I have... Did my stockpile not go? Why did that not open that? This is kind of like what I was saying on how sometimes it can be finicky. Like even when you think you have it, you find out, nope, you don't. It's like that. Click that. Why is it not? Oh, okay, I see I had to click that, and I just want everything to go in there. Eventually I'll turn that into something else, but this will start clearing out my... I need to invert it, but they'll start unloading everything from here, and eventually that will all go down, and then they'll disassemble the wagon itself and turn that into just raw wood I can use. And that's food stuff and goods, things that I'm going to need. And I'm just going to set that, accept, put it to all. So chopping trees makes elves very unhappy with you, but chopping trees is also just a really easy way to get building materials, so it's worthwhile to do. It's also kind of dangerous because you can have trees like fall on dwarves and they will, die. So you got to be kind of careful about that, but let's see. What? Why did I wanted to expand that one, not... Okay, how do I... What was the way to get... There we go, got that. Okay, now I want to expand this. There we go. And that will get that started. So they'll start stockpiling everything up. Wish I was able to reassign people to have multiple diggers, so I'd be able to actually get all this stuff sorted. But what can I do at the moment? I just need stuff. So let's see here. It was that, and then it was workshops for like or something. Okay, so that. Let's see. It was build mode, workshops, carpenter's workshop. Was it like seer or was it crafter to make? No, P. Yeah, so gonna put that there. I'm just gonna start with rock salt because I'm gonna end up with a lot of rock salt, and this is all rock salt right here. So great. Now I need to proficient carpenter, so set that to be their thing. Then let's set a task. I'm gonna need some beds. Actually, no, I want to go here and where is it? I want. I don't want it to. There's a way to like set it to be done multiple times. But I think I might need a foreman or whatever it is to make multiple of them, which is fine. For now, this will do. So come here, I need to click this one. I need to repaint. This needs to come down to here. And that needs to come there. Honestly, I'm just going to do that as well. That way I get all these people to haul and bring everything in. Okay. So eventually I'll turn this into like a spot for soldiers and stuff, but for the time being, I'm not going to worry about it. Technically these rooms are a little large, but they work. I'm going to need a couple more beds, make another bed. Okay, and then what was it? Doors. Make wooden door. And I'm gonna need like 3 or 4 of them. Let's see here. I'm gonna need 6 doors. 2. Okay, that's probably enough. Let's come here, furniture, doors and hatches. What was it? It was, there we go, doors. What, there's a setting, so that way I'm able to place like multiple without, and yeah, okay. Keep building. Go. So I need one more door. There are some things that can only be made with particular materials. So you need to be like cognizant of that. But sometimes you can make different things with other materials if you have the right like crafting station. but you have to like know the name. Like a tankard and a mug are two different things, even though they do the exact same thing. One is like made of stone and or stone or metal. I think you can also make them out of metal, and the other one is purely made of wood. So it's weird things like that you got to be cognizant of. Furniture. What was it? It was beds. Okay. That is true. You may need supplies with coming. Yep. A lot more to learn. Okay, so there we go. That is the tutorial, which is simultaneously really nice and absolutely useless, because there's just so much in this game. Let's go and throw in another workshop here. Now that I have that, I could go and get a farm because don't I? No, I don't have any dirt. Okay, so that is what it is. Could try to get a furnace, but I think a stone worker is probably the best place to start. So let's get that going. And let's see here, workers. And they're a carpenter, adequate. So let's go put that there. And then let's go, could make a couple rock blocks. Could make rock doors, which are much better. Which I think I will actually have one rock door made. And then I think I'm going to want a bunch of blocks. Let's see here. And okay, make wooden bins. Yeah, that's what I need. That was what I was trying to remember. It was like bins and stuff. I need to make um bins and cabinets are both. I'll make a couple. I'll make a cabinet, then I'll make a bin because those will. Oh, and I should also get a barrel. Actually, I could get a wheelbarrow. That's a good idea. Okay, those will be useful. Let's see how many dwarves I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need an additional group. And I'll turn. Actually, I'll probably move. How do I want to pick something up. Oh man, it's hard for me to remember. I want to set these to be bedrooms. I'm going to set all these to be bedrooms. And then I'm going to set that to be a bedroom. And then I need to set this to be an office. Actually, I'm gonna need a couple more rock doors. So make 2 more rock doors. And then I need 1 more bed. And then I'm going to need a chair. Or was it throne? A stool. No, I think it was a throne. Where am I? There we go. Okay. I'm going to need to get a cooking station up and running soon. So, a farm. It was a kitchen. I'm going to need more salt blocks. I'm going to make a lot of them. And then I think I need to go down another layer. Okay. Don't need that. Don't need that. I need to go down another layer. So we're going to come here. We're going to go down another layer. I know it's not necessarily the most efficient to not have it be all together, but at the end of the day, this stops a lot of silly buggers from happening. Oh, I also need a rock salt throne. Also going to need a table. And then I need to come here to my doors. Door 1, 2. I'm going to put that right there. Not that that will do a ton, but it will slow down some degree of problems. Let's make a couple easy meals. Let's make like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. It's not a very pretty settlement, but it's a start of one. And as things go on, like I can use this iron anvil to go and make another crafting station, which I'm going to be using. So, ooh, there we go. That's stuff I can use for gems. So. Okay, so let's see here. Work orders. You can set tasks and everything. Ooh, wait. Are you kidding me? More migrants already? Oh, crud. How many people do I got? Oh, and they're dwarf children. Okay, I want to go to this person. What was it? I want to set them to be orderly. How did I set? What was it? It was like. There's someone I wanted. Like, I want my expedition leader to be. Oh, whoops. it's not that. I want him to become someone that only does not mining. How do I do add new work detail custom? Okay, here we go. And I want to call this it's like officer or something like that. And to do that, I need to come into here. And their like admin stuff was all the way on the bottom, if I remember. Push on, no, don't want that. Don't want that. It's definitely not the metal stuff, not cooking, shearing, planting. Though those are good ones to get. I am misremembering how to do this. It was like noble in a minute. There we go. Yeah, so I don't want a military commander. I want a manager, and I'll put that to be also the expedition leader. They need a study, which is fine. Manager, also put that to be the expedition leader because they have quite a few different skills that deal with that. So now I need to figure out how to get. Oh yeah, I need to get that desk. Did that desk get made? There we go. Yeah, I do got it. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how absolutely baller this is? Like that is some really solid guitar strumming. All just one bedroom? Okay, first things first, I think I gotta set it up individually then. Another bedroom. Another bedroom. Another bedroom. Okay. It's like a little bit of like trial and error. You have to like remember everything, and because it's like finicky, you have to pay attention to everything that's going on. But once you get used to it, it's not too difficult. But you got to get used to it. Okay. And he's just working his butt off over here. This might become a crafting hall. Wait, hold up. Okay, so my dog and a boar are fighting, which is fine. It didn't die, so it'll be fine. What was it? How do I... There we go. Where is my dog now, though? That's the boar. No thoughts while in conflict. Resist sickness, recovers. Where is my dog? Where is my dog? Mission, pets and livestock, stray dog. Let's see. I think I'm gonna assign my planter to do that. because they don't necessarily need to be 24/7 dealing with people or dealing with dogs. So I got that, got that. Okay, this is a pretty okay start. It's not everything, but like you can see, I've been at this for 30 minutes and I've barely scratched the surface, and there's so much out here that can be done. So it's like you spend hours on this just getting lost. Very similar to RimWorld, but also very different. RimWorld took a lot of inspiration from this game, and oh, okay, let's go take a look. Okay, so there's the boar. Oh, there's blood over here, which makes me now wonder where is the popper? Someone got hurt there. Where is my freaking dog? Oh, my poor popper. Just took apart that boar. No wounds, no issues. Very agile. That's good to see. That will become a very useful source. I'm going to have to use this also for my food source. Get that fish and everything in there, but that's okay. It's not a priority at the moment. Let's see here. I should probably make... no. I want to go make another workshop. Put a jeweler. I don't really have enough jewels to get value out of that. Like, you need a good amount of materials. I could build a couple chests. That would be nice. I don't need it. I think the big decider... I have carpenter. Guess I could get a craft. No, wait. Don't I already have carpenter workshop, stone workshop, craft? There we go. That should get started there. I tend to like to do things somewhat symmetrically. It's not always perfectly symmetrical, but I do like to do things uniquely and symmetrically. Oh yeah, I need to get a smelter if I want to be able to do stuff, so workshop, furnace, and I'm going to just need to get a wood furnace. Actually, I'll put the wood furnace over here, make it out of blocks, and then I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to go to furnace, and then I'm going to get a smelter. Gonna make charcoal quite a few times. The new tasks. Her and my dog are fighting. That's fine. don't know where on earth this dog is that is fighting so hard. Oh, victory. Nice. Okay. Um, well, now that I have that, I might actually want to consider getting a butchery spot open. No, that's not going to work. It's not great to have the butchery stuff away from where the cooking is, but it is what it is. So I'm going to have a butcher here. Put the butcher right there. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to the workshop, farm, and then I'm going to have a tannery right there as well. So that will be useful. I should probably come here at a task, make a bunch of rock blocks, just keep making them for a while. At a task, butcher an animal. Where was it? It was like, yeah, there. I want that to be grabbed. Forget how to like set something to be like, I need to set that to be a target or something. I don't really know how to use this. There's a plant gathering, but that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I want them to take that and get it, but I don't want to designate things. There is some way to do it, but I don't remember what it is. I have no meat, and I really could use the meat. My animals will eat that, and since it's far away from the fortress, I don't have to worry too much about the body, but I still haven't unloaded my entire wagon. I think that order failed. Or maybe extract from land animal. Maybe that's what I should do. And I can make a bunch of crafts with that. But the big thing is like the smelter. Okay, I got some charcoal. And then once I got that, I can start making stuff. So it's like this is the general progression that you get. You start expanding, you build things, and then as you get further and further in, like eventually you start hitting things like caverns. And I'll just showcase that right now, just as something to be like quick. We're just gonna go as far down as we physically can, and what will happen will happen. Yeah, I need more. Oh, I forgot to place a bed there. There we go. I'm gonna set that to do that. With that, now I have stuff that I can go and create. What is it? It was like, it's like I want better picks and stuff like that, but I don't have the actual materials for it. That's fine. And now he's going to keep going down this cavern. Eventually, he's going to hit. Ooh, limonite. That's okay. Okay, I'm now getting into the deeper regions. And eventually, he'll probably break into the caverns, the deeper. I just want to show people what it looks like. There we go. So, this is the caverns, and these areas have better farming. They have more dangerous things. Forgotten beasts live in here. You can get mushrooms, which will grow naturally in this area. There's a lot of really great things you can get, but it's also some of the most dangerous areas you can run into. And if you go far enough down, you could start discovering like more valuable but dangerous things. I know like you can find temples and stuff like that, or something like forgotten lairs and stuff like that. There's a whole wild discovery process this game has, but it is very interesting, and I've sunk easily. I'm going to abandon this fortress to ruin. So, with that, save it to the timeline. So, if you were to start a new game in an existing world, click here. You could go back and resettle your abandoned fortress, or you could like be in like a little area nearby and go and rediscover your fortress and like go as an adventurer and like literally go and explore the individual rooms and fight whatever beasts are in there. So it's a really great game with a lot to it, but I'm far from the most expert at this game. I only have 102 hours in it, and this is a game like RimWorld that you can spend thousands of hours and still only become competent at it. So if you're looking for a great like value proposition for something to like go and play, look, $30, this game is phenomenal. You can technically also pick it up for free online. Uh, there we go. So right here, you can also get it on Bay 12 Games. You can get it right here for free if you want. And yeah, this is what it'll look like. I think there's also ways to get mods so it looks like the Steam version, but they are in parity. Like they are almost the exact same thing. I think there are some differences, but I mean, this game has been in development for the log says 2004, but it actually started in 2002. But I no, this is just a log. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game technically started in like when I was a kid, so like 1990s. This and the guy that is well, there's two brothers that are the main developers for this game, but one of the guys is a math PhD uh, wizard, and he has written pretty much a lot of like the procedural generation white paper, or maybe not white papers, but he's done quite a few discussions and was like one of the first people to really look into procedural generation. So his his literal area of expertise is world class because he's like one of the first dudes that started working on it seriously, and it was with Dwarf Fortress. So this is the OG of OGs and is truly an interesting game. So I highly recommend this if you like the survival management world generation aspect of games. I think that this is a phenomenal way to not only experience a bit of gaming history, but also just go and truly experience something completely unique. There's so much in this game that you just never know what is going to happen on every expedition. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to me ramble. Have a good one, guys. I will see you all later.